yeah, it will. This is going to be a 5 minute addendum, as Sam just said before I unmuted this. Um, yeah, basically, I was saying I don't understand the cultural context of "Let the Right One In." So there you go.
I have some vague understanding there probably was some killings going on in Sweden around that time. But something in my head rings a bell. I don't know if this is a reflection
The
on that.
black metal like murders.
No, no, that's Adam Neville's original The Ritual book. If you've seen the film with The Ritual, where it's all cultists doing it, in
Yeah.
the book, it's a load of black metal kids wanting to like be the most metal people ever and raise like the child of Loki. Like that's the entire thing. It gets changed. I think the film version is actually better in that respect. But yeah, maybe there's something on that. I'll admit I didn't go into the history of how Let the Right One In, kind of how he came about the idea. Maybe I should have done. I apologize that I didn't. Um,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess he did
apparently,
adapt
the
the
title
movie, so.
refers to the Morrissey song "Let the Right One Slip In."
Okay.
Apparently,
That's why it's romance.
no, never, never do that. Yeah, I can't find on Wiki any kind of context for it. Well, I have a feeling there might have been some murders from the time, so maybe it's a reflection on that. In the same way that some like Frankenstein and stuff like that, like Jack the Ripper and things like Jekyll and Hyde are sort of Jack the Ripper-y sort of reflections. I don't know.
Body snatchers selling them to scientists and doctors.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting that for these films we've two of us picked for our Creepy Kids episode picked Creepy Kids who are the antagonists of the story, but Right One In very much isn't.
Well, she both is and isn't.
Yeah, and Oscar is.
The weird thing is like
she does horrible things, but for the right reasons generally.
Oscar is arguably a creepy kid when he's out pretending to stab his bullies, and that's another place where the book, he is kind of like a budding serial killer essentially, or seems like he could be.
Yeah, in a weird way, they both help like drag each other out of the darkness in some way.
Yeah.
But kind of obviously, Ely is a vampire that needs people dead for blood. But then it's weird that obviously her the guardian figure in it, whose name I've forgotten, obviously.
Hakan,
played by Per Ragnar. He's obviously just a straight up bad guy. And the bullies at the end are obviously bad guys in a stereotypical way. Ely is weird because she has the both. That she's obviously a good person for Oscar, but a bad person kind of person thing everywhere else.
Yeah. One of the other most memorable scenes from this, obviously, is Hakan, realizing he's about to be caught, not wanting to give Ely away, decides to disfigure himself with acid. He obviously always carries with him for just such an emergency.
Yeah.
And in his final act, when he comes to see him in the hospital, he's on his last legs. So his last act is to let her feed on him, and give her one last meal. It's kind of interesting, but
there's so much stuff you could go into on this, but we should probably wrap it up. It's an interesting child film. So good. I'm gonna have to reread the book now, aren't I?
I'm just gonna have to read the book.
I need to read more of Lundqvist's other stuff, because quite often I see him in the bookshop. Well, I was like, I'll get around to it at some point.
Another bad thing about reading about the book is you learn about the sequel, and then what? So the ending of this.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was a sequel to it.
The ending of this, the ending of the book, the ending of the U.S. version. Apparently, they just all essentially give different interpretations, and then there's a novel that has a very explicit answer to what is the nature of their relationship now. So, there you go.
Yeah.
It's it's again just like the ending for Ring. where it's like, oh, Asakawa or whatever is going to give the tape along, and that's how you survive. And then in the second book, it opens where they're dead. And it's like, okay, that didn't work. So every time it's like, oh, you copy the tape to survive. That's how you survive Ring. I'm just going, it's like, not according to the original guy who wrote them. That's not a thing. It's really worse than that. It's weird, but yeah, yeah. Please go watch that. The Right One In. It's so
Yes. And apparently Let Me In after. Apparently it's good or not bad.
Here's the thing. If Let Me In had been made and that was the only adaptation, I'd go, it's actually a pretty good adaptation.
Yeah.
The trouble is, the Swedish one is better, and they both do pretty much exactly the same thing. So why would I bother?
Well, Let Me In is a stupid title too. Like that, I don't know. It conveys a different idea.
They cut it down because they thought that Let the Right One In was too long a title and therefore wouldn't work.
Well, why not call it like the Cold Kid, or just something stupid then if you're gonna change it.
I was going to say long names have never kind of stopped studios. They originally wanted to call Hellraiser Sadomasochists from like Beyond the Stars or something along those lines. I can't remember what it was.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for scary kids and horror movies. But we'll be back with some other...
Sadomasochists from Beyond the Grave.
There you go.
There we go.
Well, we'll be back with something else next week. But until then, guys, where can people find you?
You can find me at SSP Thinks Film, and that's the Second Cut Pod Substack. I think my most recent thing on there is still my Fantastic Four First Steps review. As I mentioned this, my piece comparing in detail the two versions of Let the Right One In is still up on the Film magazine, so I want to check that out as well.
Yep. Hopefully you don't find me anywhere, but if you do, I'm okay judgmental on the various places. I can't remember the exact date that we did our last thing for. It was Thursday the 31st, wasn't it? So in which case, my most recent thing was a essay on Stepford Wives. The motif in recent cinema and film and stuff, so go check that out.
Nice. And you can find me at Jacob Film Guy. My most recent thing on the Second Cut Pod Substack is a Sunset Boulevard retrospective review. So that came out today. Go read that. You can follow us at Second Cut Pod pretty much everywhere. And then secondcutpod@gmail.com is our email. So that is it. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.
It is.
Goodbye.